Okay, beautiful people, today I'm going to be doing a little tip kind of video, just showing you something that I thought has been quite helpful and some things that I've been sharing inside of the community. I will let you guys in. Let me know if you like this style of video. I have so many gems that I think I can give. Before we jump into it, I do have a private community where I have community calls. I teach one-to-one, helping other people level up their production, get better at making music, creating songs, and eventually building a career in the music industry. So if that sounds like something you might be interested in, let me know. It'll be the first link in the description. You can check that out. It'll have all the information on there. And if you're unsure, you can book a call with me, chat about it. Let me get into this. I want to teach you guys the little checklist that I have that allows me to know that I'm going to have pop-in drums every single time. Cross-genre works for everything you need. And it's a good way to just know if you're unsure, you can say like, yep, that's where I leave the drums. So let's just start with a drum beat. Let's make something crazy. I'm just gonna make any old drum beat now. Go 95, something like this. Drop the gain down. Okay, so I've just built a little skeleton type beat here. Nothing super crazy, but this will help me delve into the concept that I want to share with you guys. And the concept is the concept of height, width, and depth, but in relation to your drum beat specifically. So this idea is kind of available when you think of mixes, and it's thought about in mixing engineering. And height is corresponding to frequencies from low to high, depth being volume and reverb front to back in your mix, and width being your stereo imaging from left to right. So when we're thinking about a mix engineer's job, a lot of what they're doing with an entire mix is making sure that they have elements in all areas of that kind of mix box. But something that you can do with your drums to ensure that they have enough volume, level, complexity, and interest is try and fill that box as well with just the transient information, okay? So this is something that the drums already do, right? If we think about a kick versus a snare versus a hi-hat, the reason why the drum kit has stood the test of time for so long is because it's such a foundational way to cover your low elements, your mid elements with that snare, and then the hi-hats are covering that high element as well. But we can take that further. We can add elements that are far in the back, and we can add elements that are out to the sides as well. So let's do that. We've already got our low information with that kick drum. We've already got that mid information with our snare, but let's see if we can introduce some more high end information, and maybe let's fill in the gaps as well with our high mids, low mids as well. Let's go hats. I'm gonna program them in drum rack style. It's a little bit faster. Something like that, a little triplet. Okay, so we've already got a little bit of a groove going with that kind of hi-hat groove. I'm gonna add a little bit of swing, just a little bit of push on the hi-hats, just because it's something that I like to do. But now what I'm also gonna think about doing is I'm gonna push it out to the sides. So using this plugin, that's the Hass effect, it's gonna push the hi-hats out to either side and give me a little bit of that width that I'm looking for. So we're ticking off multiple boxes with this, right? That is now gonna cover some of our high frequency information. It's also gonna give interest out on the sides. Let's have a listen. So that's our high frequency information. Let's, like I said, see if we can cover some of that mids, low mids. Good, a nice way to do that might be with a little. I like that. I'm going to take this, but I want it to go down one more instead of it going up. So I'm going to pitch this last bit down. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so now that's kind of in our low frequency area. Even better if we take some EQ and take out the frequencies that we don't need so it sits in the space we want. Take out the very lows. And same again, I've got that little bit of the low frequency information. Let's start thinking about the wide, the stereo. I'm going to pan it a little bit to the left. Nice. We don't want it to feel imbalanced and like it's lopsided. So we're probably looking for something on the right side as well. And let's probably go like high mids. That'll probably be like a shaker, tambourine, something like that. That's kind of cool. That's quite high. That's quite high frequency-ish. And it could be in the gaps. I like the placement of these. One more of those. So we could probably call it, that's quite like a good drum groove. It's already got my head knocking because we've covered those areas. But now let's add even more of that sauce, right? And like I say, let's see if we can't get some of that front to back going on as well. And this is one of my favorite ways to do it, right? Let me show you now. Is I'll duplicate one of these rims. We'll get some reverb on it. Right, low, high, cut it, bring it back. Bring it back so it's not so prevalent. And one of the ways that you're going to really be able to slot these really long reverbs into a mix is if you bring down the width of it. So instead of it being super, super wide. That's fire. Filter it out maybe. Let's keep going with it with a little bit more front to back. We've got that little bit of reverb which happens ever so often. Oh, hold on. Oh, this is going to be fire. And then maybe what we'll go on this, right, is for our front to back kind of effect, we'll use a delay instead of just a reverb. So there's multiple ways of getting that same a feeling of depth. Faster. Nice. Pan it. It's way better there. Yeah, there it is. A little bit of mixing, bring the hi-hats up. So now we have, there's a lot of variety, a lot of interest in this drum groove because we have that frequency checklist. We've not just gone for the low, mediums, highs. We've gone low, low mids, high mids, highs. And we can go even higher potentially, right? With like some breaths, atmosphere, whatever we want, up to us. We've also got a little bit of play between our left and right. We've panned some of our percussive elements towards the left, towards the right. And some of them we've used the Hass effect to put them just on the sides. We can have our rim is just in the center. So there's variety on that part as well. But every so often when you're listening, you get something in the back over there, a little bit of delay happening over there. And that's going to give us our front to back depth as well. And then obviously the volume for mixing purposes. So like, let me just as an example, right? Show you how easy it could be to build off of this with an idea. I think I want more of like a 808 style bass. Oh, hold on. Now, I was gonna end the video here, but I just came up with something kind of crazy. Check this out. In fact, let's go glue compressor first, so the drum bus doesn't have to work so hard on these transients. Drum bus for a little bit more punch. Okay, check this out. 1, 2, 3, and... Oh, I missed my cue. 3. Yeah, you see that last bit where I kind of hit it like that. That's the one. Join them like that. Quantize because the beat's quite on grid for this. Let's go down a key because D's not the best key for it. Till that bass is really hitting. Mellotron for that flute. I think we might be able to get away with just duplicating the line. There it is. Hold on, let me put this in, see if I mess with it. Bring this back. It's bum bum like that. And then last bit to add the sauce. I was thinking about adding a reverb to the strawberry flute on the Mellotron, but I think it wants to be dry. Like, if I was to carry on with this beat, I would experiment with that, see which one sounds better, because the best way to know is to find out. 2, 3, and. Oh yeah, just a short one. And maybe I would go with like a proper hard 808. Like, so imagine we start like that in the beginning, and then I drop to, I didn't even know I was gonna go this far with this tutorial. It was supposed to be a little quick tip thing, but we move. And then I go, a couple more. Make sure you catch those transients, don't overlap them. Maybe those are down here. That's crazy. Okay, and then we pull back some of these. I think we take out the hi-hats because the hi-hats give most of the groove, right? Oh yeah, okay. Demo time. Check this out. Yes, yeah. Power to the okay. Yes, fire. I was supposed to be just quickly explaining that with your drums as a good checklist. Check your width, check your front to back, and check your frequency spectrum as well. Works for most genres as well. Even if you're keeping it simple, still you'll be hitting those areas, right? If you're interested in learning one-to-one coaching and developing your music style and developing your music production skills with me in my private community, check the first link in the description. That'd be super fun. I hope to see you there. I hope you got some gems from this. Let me know if you like this kind of video. Will I try and keep it shorter? Probably not. But other than that, it's just nice to see you guys checking in. I appreciate it for real. Other than that, I will catch you in the next one. Peace.